James Ernest, the Gruel and Truth Radio Network, here with Robert from Collectible Card Club. So tell us, what is Collectible Card Club?
So the Collectible Card Club is a monthly subscription box delivered to your door each month with unopened packs of sports cards based on preferences that you set.
So, like, what type of preferences?
Yeah, glad you asked. So some of those preferences might be, hey, I want to receive packs that are modern, being in the last few years. We define it as 2000 to 2017. I'd like to have packages that are a bit older, right, or vintage. Maybe, if you're an older collector that you might have collected when you were a child, or you might want a combination of both. Part of the idea behind the site is for this box to show up each month and it give kind of a family activity for a father and his child to open these packs together. Some of the other genres might include, hey, my son just plays baseball, so maybe we just want packs of baseball cards or basketball cards or football cards. But you can go in and tailor that to the era, if you will, that the packs are produced, the specific sport, and even the number of packs that you receive per month.
Oh, cool. So there's like different levels?
Yeah, we have 3 different levels. We have a silver level, which is kind of a get started level that gives you 5 packs a month. We have a gold level, which is our most popular, and that'll give you 10 packs a month. And then we have our platinum level that will give you 15 packs a month inside your Collectible Card Club box.
So why did you start the company?
Well, I collected cards as a child, and I was really, really into it. Like a lot of people, in and around my age, I'm 40, and I found people that are, plus or minus, 5, 6, 7 years of where I was. There was really a collectible card club and I was really into it. I really enjoyed it. And now that I have kids of my own that are starting to come into their own, it was a way for me to have an activity that wasn't looking at an iPod or, some other electronic device that I could sit down with my son and open packs of cards, of which you would see on our website, collectiblecardclub.com. That's my son. And I can tell you, he's 4. He loves these cards. It was really, just being introduced to sports cards, and he just really got into them. And I'll tell you, I think a big part of it, which was a big part for me growing up, is you get a pack of cards and you don't know what's inside. You could get a pack of 89 Upper Deck and have a bunch of random players, or you could have possibly one of the greatest players ever in a King Griffey Jr. rookie card. So that's when I really got into it. I think these types of activities are generational, and I think we're getting to a point where, when collectible cards were at its biggest, those folks now have kids today, myself, right? And I think it's a way to kind of pass that hobby onto that next generation of collector, if you will.
So it sounds like your target audience is kind of a wide range. It could be, like you said, the dad and the child. It could be, with the holidays coming up, you mentioned opening up packs, kind of like opening up presents. So that would be an excellent Christmas present for someone to give a child, or heck, even a person our age.
Yep, that's correct. I mean, I really think we really pushed hard to get our concept launched in time for the holidays. We think it's a perfect gift item for whether that's someone our age, right, that collected cards when they were much younger, as a way to turn back the clock. I can't explain the feeling that you get in your soul when you open a pack of 88 Tops or 89 Upper Deck or some of those packs that were really iconic back, when we were kids. And that feeling really just comes over you when you open a pack of those cards. So I think for people like ourselves and our age demographic, it makes a great gift. I think it makes a great gift for kids that are really just coming into their own, and whether they're into baseball or football or basketball, you can customize your package for that. And realistically, I think it's really exciting, for a parent to be able to, sit down with their, kid each month and have an activity of opening packs of cards and something that doesn't involve electronics. I think I think it's a fun thing. I'll tell you, we all know when we were kids how excited we were to get a box in the mail. And that's kind of the idea. This is a gift that gives every month. You can sign up whether it's monthly or annually. You can cancel anytime. And, it's really an exciting activity, whether it's for an old child like myself or a young child like my kids. So, but that's the idea behind it.
You mentioned the monthly thing. You're right. I mean, growing up, getting a magazine, getting anything in the mail was always so cool. It had you excited for the next 2-3 days, just with that positive attitude in school and in life. So something like this, I could see, building on that. Same with, but on the other hand, you mentioned the monthly things, and there's some odd ones out there, like, the Jam of the Month Club, or one of the companies that does sports, they give you socks. Who wants socks? I'd rather have cards.
Exactly. Cards are fun, right? So not only do you get a box in the mail, you're going to get 5, 10, or 15 packs based on your preferences. And you can have any number of things in those packs, as I mentioned earlier. I mean, it's exciting. I don't know what you're going to get, right? We put together these boxes, and we try and outline a theme each month. I'm not going to divulge what our theme for December is, but it's really exciting, and it's the first one. So you're going to get these packs in, and you can have some really outstanding cards in these packs that are sure as heck a lot more exciting than a pair of socks. I can promise you that.
Exactly. And like you said, with the wide variety in, being able to choose vintage or current, being able to get either a Michael Jordan card or a LeBron James card, or in baseball, being able to get that, like, when you say the word baseball cards, I think of, like, the 1998, I want to say it is, Topps with the, the brown trim around it. Is that right?
Yes. I think you're thinking of the 88 Topps, but yeah, no, absolutely. You're going to see these brands, and they're really going to resonate back when you collected many, many years ago. And one thing I want to note, too, we're shipping these boxes every day. So you're going to get your first box, provided we guarantee if you order it by the 15th, you're going to get it in time for the holidays. So that's one of the things I don't want to fail to mention. So not only are you going to get something better than a pair of socks, you're going to have something that you can put under the tree if it's a gift for any loved one. So I didn't mean to digress on you, but absolutely.
No, it's all good. So in other words, basically you still have time to get that perfect Christmas present to the sports fan. And speaking of sports fans, you mentioned there are different sports. You have baseball, football, basketball. What are some of the other sports that are bringing in some packs?
Absolutely. So we have this fourth bucket that I'll just call other sports. In those other sports, if you will, is hockey, it's soccer, it's MMA, it's golf, it's even professional wrestling, and I've got some really neat vintage boxing cards that are the packs are about 25 years old with Muhammad Ali on the box. It's really exciting. So we kind of have that other bucket for kind of a collage of other sports out there that you may not think as much like you do maybe a baseball or football or basketball, but certainly might be very important to you today.
So how far do they go back age-wise on the cards?
Great question. So currently, the oldest packs that we have go back to 1983. So we've got some 83 Topps baseball and some 83 Topps football. And then it runs all the way up to the current year. I think the latest release of cards we have is the 2017 Topps Update Edition with the Aaron Judge rookie card inside, potentially each pack. But we're not constrained by just going back to 83. We'll go back as to any date where it makes sense. So that's the good thing, is we're not constrained by years or brands. We're gonna find products that we think are really interesting, that we think our customers will be excited about. We're gonna pack those into each box, delivered to you every month.
So how does someone sign up for it, or how do they sign someone else up for it?
Man, that's a great question. So you can go right to our website, collectiblecardclub.com. You can sign up. You can sign up for yourself and have it shipped to you each month. You could sign up and just do a different billing and shipping address and gift it to that someone you love. Very, very simply and easily. It's just a matter of going online, again, collectiblecardclub.com, pick the perfect box, check out, and enter your go-to address would just be yourself, and then we'll ship it anywhere you would like.
Nice. So, I mean, it sounds like a perfect gift. It sounds like a really great holiday or just anytime feel that you can bond with family.
Absolutely. That's the idea behind it. This is really a family gift. It's really something that to bond families together and to give them an activity again each month. They get excited. Not only they get something in the mail. There's going to be any number of packs that I think will resonate well, and that, who knows what you're going to get. I'll tell you, the other day as I was, combing through different packs and trying to figure out, what we were going to put in those first month's boxes, my son stumbled onto, one of our boxes of 89 Bowman and started ripping open packs like you can imagine kids do. And inside, I think the second pack he opened was a King Griffey Jr. rookie card, 89 Bowman, in absolutely perfect condition, and it's just neat, that feeling I got seeing it, thinking, wow, that was the card I was looking to pull out of a pack almost 30 years ago when I was 10, 11, 12 years old. So certainly the idea is to have a lot of fun with it, to have activities that you can have with your kids, to turn back the clock a few years, and really enjoy it. So we launched it a week ago today, and the response has been overwhelming. We've just been tickled with how things have gone so far.
Exactly. Like you were saying, if the family has a particular sport in mind, the child plays, or, with baseball season coming up in April, you pick yours to be just all baseball, and that'd be something to do, before going to the baseball game, is sit down, open up a pack of either the vintage, for the nostalgia feel, or open up a pack of the modern, and then maybe be able to go out and see those players playing in the game, and then that'll make it even hit home more to the child that, like, oh, that's cool, that's the guy I opened, and got that Mike Trout card, or I got that Joey Votto card, that kind of thing.
Absolutely. And the other thing too, I'll say is, cards teach a person how to take care of stuff, right? People open their cards, they like their cards, they want to take care of them. So I think not only is it something fun to do each month, it also teaches some life lessons. And, again, keeps that child off the iPad even for a few minutes. And I just think it's fantastic. And, based on, what we've seen, the response to it has been incredible. So that's completely...
Teaching that responsibility, because that's one of the things, unfortunately, people don't have nowadays. But to be able to, an organization, being able to organize your cards, your collection, so that way you can display it. And I was going to say, I would say it teaches willpower, but I'm about to give in to it and open up a pack. I'm going to try the 85 Tops. Let's see what cool stuff we get out of here. And it's got gum.
As I think, the one thing, we guarantee boxes ordered in the near term will make it in time for Christmas. We don't guarantee the quality of the gum.
Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say, that's probably a good PSA. Do not eat the gum, because I'm looking at it going, oh my God, this thing is, older than the gum is. But the cards are so cool. All these classic players. And, of course, I'm going to make sure I pronounce his name correctly. Phil Niekro, the baseball pitcher from back in the day.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, some of those 85 Tops, that's a really iconic brand. There's a handful of names in there. One is the Dwight Gooden rookie card. In 1985, when Dwight Gooden rookie card, he was the most special player in baseball at the time.
Amazing, yeah.
Absolutely. Another card that's pretty interesting that's in that set is the 1985 Topps USA Mark McGwire card. So he was on the Olympic team, and there was a special edition of cards that came in at 85 Topps, and Mark McGwire was one of those cards, and that was 2 years before his official rookie year began. So that card was very, very unique, and that it was very early for a player like Mark McGwire.
I'm glad you explained that, because that's the part I could never understand growing up, was like, well, how is that not his rookie? Because that's his first card. But you're right, that he wasn't a rookie yet. It was even before before being a rookie.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, because he ended up going on to get the rookie record for home runs.
Yep, I believe he had 49 home runs his rookie year, and which was the most until I believe this year that record was broken.
Yep.
But yeah, that was a very exciting card at the time, and of course the 85 Topps was also Roger Clemens' rookie year, so that's his rookie card. 85 Topps is a very iconic brand.
And got, let's see, Raleigh Fingers, classic pitcher with his handlebar mustache.
Ah, fantastic.
Ozzie Smith. And the neat thing about the older cards is they have the managers. Because that's one of the things I notice they don't really do much anymore is put the managers having their own card. You tease, you. I pulled a Dwight Gooden, but it was his record breaker card. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, Dwight Gooden. That is so cool. But yeah, that is, like you said, that is a neat thing. You never know what you're going to get in there. And they're just, it's a neat way of also learning history. Because then you can, go to Google and type in 1985 and pull up all the neat things that was going on in 1985 and maybe get your kid interested in those type of things.
That's right. That's right.
Because like you said at first, you don't need the computer, but or you can tell them stories about, you growing up and all the fun that you had going to these great events.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's see, and we'll try, this is, I want to say Upper Deck. Yeah, Upper Deck, the 89.
That's probably the most in my opinion, the most iconic pack of cards that exists today. The 89 Upper Deck was the first issue of Upper Deck. It's baseball, of course. Their first set was baseball. And the number one card in their first set ever is the King Griffey Jr. rookie card. That's what you're shooting for, I think, in this pack, although there's quite a bit of good cards. In that set, the 89 Upper Deck King Griffey Jr. is probably the most iconic card that exists from the modern era, in my opinion.
Oh, cool. And it's got some hologram stickers, too, in there, so that's kind of neat.
That's what separated Upper Deck back in 89, is where Topps was including gum, Fleer was stickers, Donruss was puzzle pieces, and Upper Deck was holograms.
Let's see, what neat guys do we got in here? We got Rob Deere, who he was just, one heck of a hitter back in the day. Let's see, who else we got neat? Oil Can Boyd.
Ooh, I like him, with the Red Sox, I believe.
Yep.
My fingers are crossed right now that you get that King Griffey Jr. rookie card.
Oh, that would be awesome.
If I could have packed those packs myself, I would have made sure you got two of them. But unfortunately, I have no control over that.
Exactly. And that's the neat thing about it. Shoot, anybody, that orders these can be lucky enough to get those top neat cards. I got Tom Browning.
Absolutely right.
So, yeah, there's all kinds of cool stuff in here.
And as you're opening the 89 Upper Deck, just to tilt my hand a little bit, a pack of 89 Upper Deck will be included in all the boxes that ship in December that include vintage baseball cards. So if you go to the site and you subscribe, and vintage baseball, vintage cards and baseball are part of your selection, you will receive a pack of 89 Upper Deck.
Ramon Martinez was pretty darn good, wasn't he?
Phenomenal. I believe he came up with the Dodgers.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. I ended up I pulled his rookie. Heck yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. So like you said, you can get all kinds of classic players and all kinds of neat stuff in these. Let's see, I figure we'll do, should we try basketball or football?
You know what? Let's jump into football. I was going to say, since we're in the kind of the tail end of the football season, but of course we're up and running on basketball too. But football was a big day yesterday. Let's hit some football. If that's okay.
Excellent. Ooh, there's a 2017 Leaf draft, and there's the 89 and the 89 football by Score. So
that is a very iconic football brand. The 89 Score football, I believe, was Score's first release of football. and they didn't sell a lot of it. But what that meant is those 89 score football boxes and unopened packs are extremely rare. So collectors just really latched onto that 89 score football brand, and it is packed with Hall of Famers. I believe that's Troy Aikman's rookie year. And I believe that's Emmitt Smith's rookie year. Deion Sanders, Barry Sanders. There's a Michael Irvin. There's an incredible amount of fantastic cards in that set.
Exactly. I mean, some of the best players in history played during those time periods. Let's see. Oh, sweet, Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, great.
Yep, Lawrence Taylor. There's a Chris Spielman. Oh, Brian Bosworth.
Oh, that is a great name, Brian Bosworth. They football in Oklahoma.
And heck, they made the playoffs.
Yeah, that's right.
Mark Rypien, John Taylor, all kinds of neat ones. Let's see. Kevin Green, Kevin Mack. Awesome.
I'm holding my breath, hoping you get that Barry Sanders card. I think that's one of the more exciting cards in that brand.
That would be awesome. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, Barry Sanders? Got it right here.
You're kidding me.
Nah, got it right here.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic.
Awesome. Let's see. And then, of course, we'll switch to the modern 2017 Leaf.
Now that's the football.
Yep.
Trying to think of all the good stuff you can get there. I'll tell you, one of my favorite players that came out this year is Deshaun Watson with the Houston Texans.
Oh, he's
going to be exciting.
Yeah, he has done some really nice things for him.
Yeah, I think if he didn't get derailed by injury a few weeks ago, whenever that was, he'd be the talk of the NFL right now.
Oh, sweet. I got Nixon from Oklahoma. We were talking. Yeah, Joe Nixon.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I believe he's up with Cincinnati, if I remember correctly.
Yep, yeah, he's done some good things for him.
Yep. Very dynamic rookie.
Oh, gosh, yes. Let's see. Got a Michigan Wolverine, some USC guys. Let's see. Ooh. TD Machine. That's cool. Corey Davis.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so all kinds of cool stuff. And then Eli Manning Jr., Chad Kelly from Ole Miss. So, yeah.
That's funny.
So, yeah, all kinds of cool stuff. But, yeah, definitely. I mean, this sounds like the way, for families to bond, something, fun for nostalgia, and just, really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of like we're doing here, right? I mean, if I was opening that pack of 85 tops, I'd be explaining to Landry, my little boy, hey, here's some of the things I was looking for. And, I'm opening that box of 2017 Leaf, and what do you think about this guy and that guy that's playing on Sunday? It's really exciting stuff. And to your point, I remember when I was a kid pouring over the stats on the back of the cards and seeing, all right, what did they do and when, and how many home runs did they hit, or how many touchdowns did they score? It's really cool stuff.
I know what you mean. There was a vacation. Me and my dad and my mom and my sister, we went on, and in the car, we were going to Florida, so, you're driving crazy far. So it was every so many miles, you could open up a pack of cards.
That's right.
Yeah, and he mentioned about how, the stats on the back. That's when I became a huge Gary and Jack Clark, Gary Carter and Jack Clark fan, because looking on the back, I'm like, oh my gosh, these guys got 400 home runs, which just baffled me because I, was young, so I was still learning about the different players. And when I saw that, I started following their careers, and it just made it a lot more fun because I knew who Will Clark was, but I didn't know who Jack was. So that was
right.
Cool. Let's see. And then we'll try some basketball. Upper Deck 91-92.
Fantastic. That was the inaugural release of basketball for Upper Deck. And Upper Deck was actually the first company to hold licenses in all the 4 major sports.
Yeah, because that is the neat thing about Upper Deck is they weren't, like most of the other ones were some type of gum or candy company or, heck, going way back in the day, tobacco company to, to just include cards where they specifically were made for cards.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And one of the reasons they came out with the Upper Deck cards, and one of the reasons that there's the hologram, is when the baseball card and sports card market started to boom, counterfeiting became a problem. So Upper Deck said, hey, I've got a better way to make sports cards. And we're going to include these holograms, which make it impossible to counterfeit the cards. So hence, that's why they were born. And they are regarded as being the Cadillac of sports cards. They were the first ultra-premium card to be released. And then pretty quickly after, with how well it was adopted in the marketplace, all the other major brands started coming out with premium releases of cards. So, yeah, they changed the game, if you will, when it came to collecting.
Exactly. Having, like you said, with that, the hologram and the basically like a watermark on there to indicate that, these are legit cards.
That's right.
Yep. Let's see. So we got Craig Elo, Gary Payton.
Oh, fantastic.
And that was early in his career. I mean, he looks so different on this card.
Yeah. He's a spicy point guard. I know he gave the best players fits, including Michael Jordan. So, yeah, he's a great player.
Let's see. Manute Bol. I mean, seriously, it looks like you took a person and stretched them. It's just amazing.
Yeah, I think Manute Bol's 7'7" or 7'6", or somewhere thereabouts. He's a tall fella.
Let's see. John Concat. All kinds of neat ones. And then like the classic logos on there, because Milwaukee's logo is completely different than from the one on here. The old type Denver Nuggets, where they had the jerseys where it's like the city of Denver, and then it's pretty cool.
That's exciting.
The Orlando Magic in like their first couple years on there. So yeah, I mean, it's some neat stuff.
Yeah. You're turning back the clock, and that's fantastic.
Let's see. And then, of course, skipping ahead, we got a pack here, NBA Hoops with Lonzo Ball on it. So, now I heard on an interview, and I don't know if this is true or not, because sometimes his dad might fudge a little bit, but I heard the Lonzo Ball card is actually worth more than the Honus Wagner card.
Well, I'll tell you, if any indication of what his shoes cost, if that's true, then the value of his card must be true as well. So, yeah, that's he's certainly an exciting player coming in this year. He's finding his home in LA with a nice big market, and we'll see how things pan out for the guy. I'm certainly rooting for him, but yeah, his dad is interesting.
Definitely put a target on his back. But yeah, and they're finally getting the shoes out there, because like the orders from back in the day, like they were talking about him on not Dan Patrick, one from Florida. Anyway, they were talking about him the other day, and they're finally getting them shoes out there. Oh man, there's all kinds of cool guys in here. Got a couple rookie cards in here. Let's see, John Wall, can't go wrong with him. What the heck? Bradley Beal, Road to the Finals 2017. It is one of 217, so that's pretty cool. Like it's a special card that they made. Yeah. Let's see. Wayne Selden Jr. With the Grizzlies, another rookie. Let's see. All kinds of cool stuff in there. And it's just amazing how well, the photographers do on these photos. I mean, just the ball, you can see, you can read everything on the ball. The picture quality on these cards is just amazing.
Oh, absolutely amazing.
Of course, I'm biased on the photos because when I'm not hosting the shows, I go to the different games and, take photos for the website, and just how difficult it is to get that perfect shot.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Let's see. And then we'll try 2 from the random category, UFC and hockey.
Oh, wonderful.
Or UFC and golf. Which would you prefer?
Let's start with the UFC. I believe those packs are 5 or 6 cards, so those are pretty exciting. UFC is extremely popular right now, and I think that's a good one. Then we'll segue into some golf, and I'll talk a little bit about that brand. That's pretty exciting release of some golf cards.
Excellent. Yeah, you're right. UFC and Bellator are just, MMA is such a hot sport going on nowadays. And it's not just here in America. Worldwide, it has become such a global phenomenon.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Ooh. Let's see, who do we... Oh my gosh, these cards are just so... the material of them is just so neat. Let's see, who do we got?
I'm going to an autograph of some sort for you. That release is really cool.
Is this BJ Penn guy any good?
I'm not quite sure. I haven't followed him in there.
Oh, no, he's awesome. I'm just messing. Yeah, I was going to say, I got a BJ Penn autograph.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Heck yeah. And then there's a couple of them, or there's one of them that's thicker than the other ones. So I'm thinking that's something special as well. Because you can tell just a little bit more detail. It's Junior Dos Santos. So that
wonderful.
Must be a special card. Huh, that is cool. But yeah, just the picture quality on these are so amazing. And the material, it's just, and it I don't want to say it lights up, but there's a mirror effect to it.
Oh, incredible.
Oh, cool. And then, of course, in the days of social media, they have their Twitter and their Instagram of the different fighters.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That is awesome.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah. So
that is great.
Yeah, so on the back of the cards, so say if you go, oh, well, I want to learn more about this fighter, I can, type into Instagram, Cubs Swanson, which actually I thought that was because he was a Cubs fan, but no, that's his real name. So his parents must have been. And I can type that in, and yeah, shoot, I can be instantly connected to his Twitter or Instagram.
Wow. That's something that wasn't around when we were collecting as kids.
Oh gosh, no. Yeah, they would never have. Yeah, they're never going to have Pete Roses or, Darryl Strawberry or any of those guys back in the day. They weren't going to put their mailing address on a card. But now you can interact. Yeah, now you can interact with all the different sports athletes. It's pretty cool. And like you said,
that is fantastic.
Like you said, we'll try some golf. Obviously, you can guess who the cover boy for the 2001 Upper Deck is.
So I think that was the first release of golf cards that ever existed. And that's widely considered to be Tiger Woods' rookie year. But there are that release is loaded with great players. Phil Mickelson, for example. You're going to find all the greats in that Upper Deck golf. And you're probably starting to see the theme a little bit. Again, I'm going to bite my tongue and not release it, but yeah, that's a fantastic inaugural release of cards.
Let's see what we got here. Got Young Guns, Hunter Haas. Let's see. Another young gun, Joey Ogben. Let's see. Got a Victory March 1. All kinds of cool. And like saying before with the UFC, I mean, it looks like it's got gold into the cards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like the upper.
Yeah,
like their logo.
The quality of the cards today are just absolutely incredible. And you have to think, that pack of golf cards, although it's modern, that's a 2001 pack of cards. And we found it pretty interesting for this month, namely because it was a first release. But, yeah, a lot of those players, those golfers are still playing today. The quality is just fantastic.
And there's a defining moment, Marco Mehrer. Let's see. And then, of course, Tiger, defending PGA champion. It's got a really cool vertical picture of him, and then it's got the card, with the normal card picture on there, and the detail, because you see the sand literally moving from his shot, and the ball is captured in the air. I mean, it is just, wow.
That is wonderful.
So, before we go, I want to let the fans know, how do we sign up? How do we find out more about Collectible Card Club?
I'll tell you what, we tried to make it extremely easy. You can go right to our website, collectiblecardclub.com. It's very clean and fast. You can get a little bit of detail on what the club is and what it's all about. What we're talking about here today is really the essence of it all. It's unopened packs of cards delivered to your house that will provide some excitement like we've had here. You never know what's inside them. You can go in, you can sign up right there on our website. You can pick the genre of cards, meaning, do you want modern cards, do you want vintage cards, or do you want both? You can pick your sport, or you can pick all sports. And then you can select the level that makes the most sense for you and check out. It's really simple, really easy. We've tried to make it as convenient as possible for our fans and for our customers.
Excellent. So you have the main website, and then any social media out there that they can follow and have conversations, debates, that kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So Facebook is our medium right now that we're really leveraging the most, and solely, quite candidly. Everything we're pushing out through Facebook. You can search on us, Collectible Card Club, like our page, share our page. All that is very much appreciated. I'll tell you, any box ordered before the 15th is guaranteed in time for Christmas. The boxes that go out today will all include the boxes that have vintage baseball will all include a pack of 89 Upper Deck. The next 10 subscribers, I'll say for the show here today, we'll get a T-shirt out to you as quickly as possible. You'll probably get that in advance of your box, but nonetheless, we'll get T-shirts out to the next 10 subscribers as a result of the show. And yeah, I think it's going to be exciting. I think our fans will really like what we've done here, and should be a lot of fun.
Excellent. Thank you, Robert, for coming on the show. And then hopefully we can have you again next month to discuss whatever theme, is going for January, the start of the new year, and all that excitement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We definitely look forward to it. And thank you for having us on the show. And it's been a lot of fun, and we look forward to having fun with you each month.